Welcome back to the Todd Hanger. This is Mike, and today I want to talk to you about the Yolopark Mini, I guess, model kits and Wave 2. I'm a little surprised you had to put them together. The stuff I bought in the past, I didn't have to put together, but this is more like a blockies thing, so this isn't the same line that I purchased in the past. In all respects, these are better than what I bought before in the 5-inch or so, and these I think might be a little bit smaller, but they're pretty nice for what they are, for the price point, for what you get. It's kind of fun getting to see our favorite characters reimagined in this way. So it's something that I really didn't expect. But putting them together, about a half an hour of time, 20, 30 minutes to snap it all back together. If you like doing that, that's fun. But I did get this to Showzy Store. I'm going to have a link down below where you can get these for yourself. Let's take a look at these 6 guys. Let's do it quick. Coming up. All right, here she is out of the box. Arcee is the most different from all of these, so I'm going to show her first. But I do want to show something else real fast. Here is her card. It's a nice foily card that she comes with. But then they all come with a card, and I'm not going to pull the card out for each one. So I'm going to show them all right here. Just get that out of the way. She also comes with hands, splayed hands, so she can have a hand upon her hip so she can dip and dip and dip. But I do want to point one more thing out. These are blind boxes. I didn't know, really, I didn't think about this. But when I opened her up, she had 3 of these little, like, I guess, pest deterrent packs. When the rest of them just have 1 of these. Or maybe 2, I don't know, 1 or 2. But hers are ginormous ones. And I thought, why would they do that? And they even say Yolopark on them. And I think it's because since these are blind boxes, if you just go kind of pick up and feel all of them, then you'd know which one's Arcee. By her being the lightest, because she's tiny. Like, that little waist piece is so tiny. I'm trying to work on getting my waist that thin. But that is super small compared to all the other ones, which are like 3 times the size of that. Anyway, she does look pretty good overall. She's probably too much light on her, so she's kind of too bright on the camera. Hopefully I can fix that in editing and darken it a little bit. But she has these. Now, you did put her together, so all these little parts you had to put together. It's not 4 or 5 minutes worth of work, but she does come with these tiny little guns. So I'm going to do her articulation, which I think the rest of them will all be about the same too, but her head's on a ball joint, and you do a lot with it. It's hard to move. A little bit up, a little bit down. Really, really tight ball joint because she has a small head on this really, really tight body of hers. She's got a tight body. You can go all the way up with that, and then 360, bicep swivel. And some of this stuff comes pre-assembled, and when you do looking at the instructions, like some of the stuff's like, oh, you need to put this together, but they've already assembled more, and then some other stuff. But yeah, some of the stuff's already pre-assembled. You only go about, not to the 90 there, but to the 90 to the back, and then all the way out to here. The swivel's right here in the ball joint, and only that much for the knee, and you got a ball joint on the foot. I will say this, she's not hyper over sexualized. She's a nice looking Arcee, but she's not like super overly endowed in either of her features. None at the top or the bottom, but she still looks pretty good. Now, this line, I believe, is more to compete directly with Aldi. So, we're going to bring in Aldi. Aldi, yes! She's kind of checking out at the grocery store right now. So that was what took her so long to get here. But, which is kind of funny too, because if you look at the artwork, she's got some more kind of small print right there. The artwork for this shows just like a big old square like that. So looking at 2 of these, which one's better? Which one do I like better? Which one looks better? They're both good looking figures, actually. Both fun Arcees. I still like the Aldi one better. But I like the bright whites on Arcee. I don't think Arcee should be like gray in the legs. It should be like bright white like this. But I like this tone of the pink. So more of a red hue to it. But still, they're pretty good. Aldi itself feels just a little bit more premium. And you don't have to assemble it. So I do kind of like the Aldi one more. But at the end of the day, if you're getting the scale, and that's either one is fine. And I'd say that there's only like a 10% difference in my liking of them, and pretty much the same articulation for the most part for each one of these. That's Arcee. Let's move on. Here's Hot Rod, and I hope I get the right. Comes with some splaying hands, and they don't actually move or anything. It's just solid splaying hands. All right, let's get this up. Bigger dudes. I do like the shiny silver on the guns. I like the shiny silver on this. I don't like the fact they did not paint his face, and it's shown painted in there. I don't know if I got the rare blank face variant with no back of the head. So, I mean, this is the first one I put together, and I have to tell you that I wasn't planning on putting these together. I thought it was gonna be like Aldi stuff, and it just comes in ready to go. And B, because I already was in a little bit of a disappointment having to put them together, to find that his face wasn't painted. The back of his head is just missing right out of there. And then the paint, which is nice, they painted it on the thighs, doesn't match the plastic. So now you have an unmatching thigh hip to the leg. I mean, it's goofy stuff. And his thighs are just too far out. And I'm going to chip the paint. So I'm not a huge fan of Hot Rod so much. Like, I understand he's cool, he's alright, he's good. I mean, I like Brainstorm more than Hot Rod. But, I mean, here he is from the back. This piece is a separate piece that you clip on. It's just not it's not the best in the world. I will bring in a comparison. Now this is Mech Fans Toys Legends scale figure for Rodimus. Now Rodimus is bigger than Hot Rod, so you're talking a Legends Rodimus versus a Hot Rod that's in a bigger scale, but not much bigger. You're gonna find a little bit of integration between these into your Legends, but I kind of like the McFans Toys Legends a little bit more, but there are things, because it doesn't transform, that it can clean up much nicer. But overall, it's not bad. If I would have had a right painted face, the back of the head, and I had known in advance I was going to be putting these together, sorry, bumped it, I'd probably be a little bit higher on this guy, but as it stands, I feel like this is the worst of the bunch of the 6. Next, we're going to get to Jazz. Jazz is a pretty good one, actually. And yeah, we're about to do a comparison with the Aldi Jazz, and I'll tell you which one I like more. But this is started to turn my my viewpoint of these around, because I was really down on the whole set after Hot Rod. But he's really solid. Proportionally, it looks good. And this is where I was like, well, it's fun with the reimagining of it, with like how we clipped this to the back, and it came with these hip flaps on it and all of that. So that was kind of nice. So I started feeling a little bit better about these after we got him, or after I got him put together. Can't really get, kind of like to have that splayed hand is also used kind of like to help with the gun a little bit or something along those lines, but he has a little bit of paint right here on the lower legs. It's definitely got a little bit of paint where it's needed. Here. The Autobot symbol. Nice to, so much third-party stuff that I have, you very seldom get an Autobot symbol or a Decepticon symbol on your stuff. Come to think of it, this whole wave is Autobot. I just now dawned on me, they're all Autobot. There's no Decepticons in this wave. As to where I think you get a mixture with the Aldi figures, a mixture of both. But pretty good looking figure. You get the splayed hands. You also get, 2 splayed hands, 2 fists. And that's going to be with all of them, so I need to quit even saying that. It comes with this one gun. It's pretty cool. It looks good. Yeah, he looks good. I like him. But we're going to bring in Aldi's, which... Didn't I have a shoulder? I thought I had... This one might have had a shoulder cannon, and what happened? I don't see a shoulder cannon for him. Aldi's comes with a shoulder cannon. And I'm going to get into talking about this is one of the things I like about the Yolopark. Super bright white. The contrast of the colors pop. And it's super solid. So I like this Jazz better than the Aldi Jazz. Which the Aldi Jazz isn't bad. I'm not saying Aldi's Jazz is bad. I'm saying it's a good thing to have one that you like better. The Aldi does a few other things. Like, it's a little more detailed. Like, all this detail right here is a little more detailed. Right there is more detailed. But I just kind of like this one better. Not getting rid of my Aldi one or anything, but this is just how it is. Even with the Aldi, down here you have more. It's like a little interesting. But I feel like this is more tuned. Next up, we got Cliff going into Cheers, looking for Norm. Oh, it's Cliffjumper. Okay, never mind. Jumping in Cheers, looking for Norm. Pretty good looking figure overall. Still, people say too big for this scale. And yeah, it is one that is just a little bit too big, but I'm okay with it being this size. And say a little too big, let's bring in one we've already looked at. He's not that close to Jazz, but I'm okay with it. Like, it's not the end of the world to me. Some people, it's like, oh, it's way too big, end of the world, but it looks nice. It's got this chest right. The head looks pretty much spot on. You can almost hear Casey Kasem's voice coming out of this figure, and that popped off. Pops right back on. He's got that wheel in the back. He's got his cannon, so he can be like, I got Megatron right in my sights. So that works really well, and all the same articulation. Looks like he transformed because the wheel folded over and all of that, and so pretty good. I like him with the splayed hand and give him a little bit of action pose going on. So Cliffjumper, here he is next to a masterpiece, the masterpiece Bumblebee, the best one made so far, 2.0 and all of that. And yeah, looks pretty good. Try to get a little bit better angle on that. I'm just surprised, like, this scale being that close to masterpiece. So could you use it as masterpiece? I don't know, maybe if you want to. Prowl, and like for the first second I opened it, I said, did I get a second Jazz? And I was like, oh wait, no, look at the chest, that's Prowl. And then he does come with white hands. So unlike all the rest of them, some have gray, some have black, but his are white. Same as 2 weapon holding and 2 splayed. And it looks pretty good. This is another fun part of the reimagining. He does have hip skirts. He does have the signature chest that's going on right there, and then the signature back piece. And it's always broken on G1 stuff for original G1 figures. Feels like this, like you have this kind of double dog bone ratchet. Ratchet, it's not really ratchet. It's more of a double ball joint is more correct, which makes it kind of weird because like you want the foot to look flat, but then again you want more articulation, so you can do some stuff with the foot, which took me a little bit to like get it understand what they're trying to do here with it, but it works fine. But it butts up against itself. Still, they were trying to get this look just right, and I think they really did nail that look. And starts to make me get a little more excited about what a missing link version of Prowl's going to look like. There's paint on the little front lights, headlights, the symbol, his head, the back piece. But he does look good. Like, you can get all these, like, I've got this set up. I think that there was something in a bumper when they say we'll be back, where he transforms. He's got his hand open and splayed and in a crazy pose that you could never do with the G1 figure, but you could do with this. So that's what I like about these. You got the articulation to them. They're not very expensive. They come out to be like $12 each or something like that. And they look good. So I'm glad I bought them. Glad I picked them up. In fact, Prowl wasn't even on my mind when I got this, but now that I realized it, I was like, hey, it's kind of nice to have a Prowl. So anyway, let's look at the last one. Let's see what they think of Hound. Hound is the reason I clicked buy on this set. See, I was on the fence on even getting into this, but Hound is the one that I don't think we get a very good representation of Hound ever. And to get one that you don't have to transform, looks good, should be easy to just open the package. Oh, well, you got to put them together now. He was actually one of the easier ones to put together, but these little side pieces here were a little strange to me. But yeah, I think he looks good. I'm really happy and pleased with the Hound. He's got his little standard Hound tiny gun. Is it the hologram gun? Does he make those holograms with it? He's got his cannon that plugs into the back or the top. Or how does it plug in? Plugged in like that. Yeah. Still pretty cool figure. I like it's a lot about symbols right there. He looks good. They did a good job with him. They got his little wheels that shrank down on the side. The masterpiece did some crazy stuff to accomplish that. So it is a good looking figure. I'm not disappointed. I really clicked order on the set because of Hound, and I'm happy. I'm happy with the whole set except for Hot Rod with my issues, but it is what it is. All right, so here's what I believe is the wave 1 of these, but maybe it's a whole different thing. I believe what they're doing is making them look more sophisticated, making them look better, but you can still put your Bumblebee and your Cliffjumper together. Now, I might be completely wrong, and these might be two completely different toy lines that they're creating at the same time. It gets confusing, but in my mind, this is wave 2, and I have wave 1. But if you had these, whatever they call them, then they work with this. It fits together. But these look more sophisticated. They look a lot better than what they were putting out first. But how does it scale like a Hound with the Prime that they put out with that line? And it works together. But I'm actually just getting confused because there's so many different toy lines. There's so many different scales that they're trying to work into all of this. And it's just, it makes it harder and harder to keep up with it, what they got going on. But I like the AMK Pro and the standard AMK model kit series. That's about 8-inch scale, 7.5, 8-inch scale. And I like kind of the smaller ones okay too. But I don't want a lot of different scales. Still bigger than the Legends. I guess you could say it's bigger than Legends. But yeah. What they had before wasn't a model kit. I didn't have to put any of it together. Alright, so this is my look at the AMK Mini. Lot of 6 figures, and I think they look good. They did a pretty good job with them. I'm disappointed in the Hot Rod for the issues it had. If it didn't have the issues I pointed out with the nut paint face, no back of the head, paint not matching the rest of the orange, then it'd be a lot better. Still, it's not bad, and for the price point, $65 you get all these figures. Definitely a good value, and definitely moving in the right direction, and definitely a strong contender against Aldi, which I think is their goal. Let me know what you think about these in the comments below. Go over to Showz's store if you want to get these. I have a link down below. TH, support the reviewer, like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thank you for watching, everybody. Tydirium here out.